February 2nd, 2021. CatRescue.biz is now closed, and that makes me sad. I spent years listening to podcasts on dropshipping, marketing, and Facebook advertising. I trademarked the name Cat Rescue, which was no easy feat when Caterpillar decided to try and stop me, saying they had the right to the similar sounding name. I waited them out and won. I crowdsourced a logo, seen here, built a Shopify store, used all of the most highly recommended apps such as loyalty points, abandoned carts, free shipping over $50, international exchange rates, SEO, search engine optimization, and social sharing options. Deb Quimby took over for me a couple of years ago by doing the customer service and in finding all of the cat-themed items for the store from Alibaba, and she did a much better job of both than I ever would have. The store got its start as a place where people could buy cat-designed t-shirts. Volunteers created amazing designs for free, and Cindy Arthur supplied me with dozens of great original images of our cats that everyone loved. I also created a secret area where just our volunteers and staff could buy logo gear color-coded to their level, red, yellow, green, blue, and navy. They could also buy fitted tees, polos, and other shirts that we couldn't carry in volume otherwise by print on demand from CustomCat. It was also a place for selling photos of the cats, which was tedious work for Jamie to add to our BigCatRescue.biz store. I spent all day on Valentine's Day 2017 preparing for the launch, and things were going pretty well for a while. Dealing with the customers was a huge hassle because no matter how many ways I told them to check their sizes, and that the reason my prices were so good was because it would take up to 10 weeks to arrive from a slow boat from China, they would order the wrong size, wrong color, and want next day delivery, because that's what Amazon was enabling. I moved the designs to Amazon as well, using their print-on-demand feature, but set that money to go to the sanctuary. CatRescue.biz funded me because I needed to raise $10,000 to $20,000 a year for contributions to political campaigns and political action committees in order to get our bill passed. All of the money that ever came in went to offsetting those donations, but it was never enough to warrant all of the work. Deb worked for free, and I never took anything out of the business for myself, but it was doomed as Amazon grew in popularity. What started out strong then became reliant on expensive ads. I went through a couple of ad gurus to find that I only did better without them. I canceled ads about a year ago to see if I could ramp up sales organically with my growing mailing list and my online persona. Then COVID-19 hit, and all of the production plants stopped producing at the same time that people were stuck in their homes and wanting to shop online to ease their boredom and to help me out. I couldn't fulfill orders, so I had to immediately shut down the store, refund the sales, and wait out the pandemic. Here we are, a year later, and I tried late last year to just open the downloads, which were the photos and the free Big Cat Times. But people kept finding the pages that I'd removed from the navigation and ordering things because I'd done a great job at SEO. I ended up having to refund about a quarter of all sales. Yesterday, Howie announced that I'd lost $4,000 on the store in 2020, so I sat down with the printout from Gail and went through the reports in the dashboard and found that to be true. The cost of all of the apps to increase sales outweighed the sales by $4,000. The coronavirus is expected to still mess with supply chains until fall, and I fear this is just the beginning of global financial meltdowns. I don't give up easily, but I don't see any way to wait this out at my current burn rate. So I spent yesterday shutting down all of the apps. I'm still debating as to whether I should leave the photos up, but I've sent the last year's Big Cat Times to Brittany to add to the BigCatRescue.biz store. I doubt that I could sell enough photos per month to offset the Shopify store fee of $30, so I'll probably just shut the whole thing down as soon as I get confirmation from each of the apps that they are no longer billing me. Another thing I tried and failed was domain name. It's a tongue twister. Another thing I tried, or I just can't talk about things I fail at. Another thing I tried and failed was domain name squatting, for lack of a better term. I have purchased something close to 400 domain names related to our work or other things that I thought would take off. I figured I could buy the name for $10 and sell it for $500 later, but never sold the first one. I began winnowing down my URL list in 2019 and just let a huge bunch of them go in December of 2020. It used to be that a short, great one or two word .com was worth something, but now there is every extension you can imagine, and Google quit giving preference in search to names that match the product or work. Another lesson learned. Today, Mike said that he was responsible for getting Google to remove a fake one-star review. I'm not sure it was really him, because the person did call me a criminal in that review, and that violates policy. He made screenshots of all of our recent one-star reviews, and, as expected, those accounts only have one review, Big Cat Rescue, or at the most two, as if to throw off the bots. We will see if he's successful in getting rid of more of them based on his belief that Google Maps knows if the person ever really visited or not. If so, I may set someone to working on the hundreds of fake reviews we got right after Tiger King aired. He also claims credit for Eric Good removing Teresa McCune and Jim Rathman from the YouTube.com Joe Exotic TV channel, and he thinks Nosy Wren and Ripper Jack would end up in jail, but he's not saying why. In better news, we celebrated with Wine and Brie last night because Think Factory got a firm offer for a 2-hour pilot of our show, Carole Baskin's Cage Fight. We wanted more episodes, but if we can't grab people's attention in the first 2 hours, we won't be tied to a lot of filming for a flop. If you're enjoying my diary, please like, share, and subscribe. You can find other ways to connect to me over at BigCatRescue.org/Carole.Baskin.